morning, YouTubers. It's now 10:50 p.m. Sunday, the 31st of January, and I'm sitting here looking at, going over uh, the speech that John Paul II gave when he visited the youth in New Orleans. Um, this was back in 1987, Saturday morning, September 12th. And I'm going back over this because it was so meaningful to me when I attended with several friends here in Louisiana. And so I was reflecting on this where he says, he is opening, he says, "Dear young people, I too want to speak about your mission, the reason for your life on earth, the truth of your lives. It is extremely vital for you to have a clear idea of your mission, to avoid being confused or deceived. In speaking to the Christians of his time, St. Paul explicitly urged them, let no one deceive you in any way." 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. And today I say the same to you, young people of America. Let no one deceive you in any way about your mission, about your truth, about where you're going. Let no one deceive you about the truth of your lives. Unquote. So the reason why I find this so important for myself is that, living in a world where everybody just accepts the truth that society gives to you, and whether it comes from billboards, the radio, advertisements, even things you read, everybody has their own ideologies, philosophies, understanding of what things should be like, and so on. So when John Paul II visited us, now it's St. John Paul II, he's handed down to us, the youth that had gathered in the Superdome, these eternal truths which came down from the tradition of the church, from Jesus Christ, the apostles, and through the centuries. And some of the things that he said just were very, very struck real chords in my life. Going back over this again, I see that the things that he spoke about have reverberated through my life as I experienced life over the past 40 years since I've visited this. When John Paul II came to New Orleans, I realized how vital it is for all of us to have a foundation that we can really rely on in all of our thinking and our acting, that we're grounded in a truth which is eternal. Otherwise, we tend to flounder because, well, there's a lot of good in the world, but at the same time, God allows many kinds of voices in the world, which are people. And people have different ways of expressing themselves because of their faith or lack of faith, their philosophies, and their goals in life, where they've come from, what they've experienced. So I just wanted to mention here a couple of things which I found very, very important. Now that's from his first paragraph. And then later down here, just a couple of minutes later, he also, paragraph 3, you can find this at the Vatican website, speeches of John Paul II. But here he says, each of us is an individual, a creature of God, one of his children, someone very special whom God loves and for whom Christ died. Oh, this identity of ours determines the way we must live, the way we must act, the way we must view our mission in the world. We come from God. We depend on God. God has a plan for us, a plan for our lives, for our bodies, for our souls, for our future. This plan for us is extremely important, so important that God became man to explain it to us, unquote. And that phrase, God has a plan for us, was a message my mother gave to me when I was growing up, in her faith, handing down her faith. She also believed that all of us have God has plans for each of us. And so what John Paul II said just reverberated really deeply to me. So I think that if once we get in touch with these truths, we're made for truth. And when we have somebody speaking the truth to us and for us, not because of any personal gain, but they're become instruments of the eternal, I think we should be very grateful for having these voices that reverberate the eternal truth to us. And sometimes it's not evident, but over time, their voice resounds throughout our lives. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you do have someone in your life which is willing to speak the truth to you, to help you see the truth in your life, to help you see through the dense fog of the many voices which speak in society, then I would say, you've been greatly blessed by God, and you should look upon that person as God sent to you, someone like an angel sent to you from heaven. So anyway, have a blessed day, and I'm just going to sign out here. Thank you.